Hello and welcome to a very sweaty video. So I thought I'd give you a brief update on what is happening with the cars at the minute, because of course I've had quite a bit of a tiny hiatus of about 2 weeks. So basically, the silver cars video is coming up soon, the main video of that. We ended up fixing majority of the issues, but now it has a leaking rear brake caliper, which is very, very irritating. So I bought a rebuild kit for that rather than replacing the brake caliper, and I'll show you how to do a rebuild of it while it's still on the car, which is brilliant. So can't wait for that one. The bumpers have been installed and repainted, but I did repaint the top of the roof to the front part of it, and that went really, really well. But then I repainted the back of it and it went really, really awful, which you'll see here and now. It looks absolutely terrible. I have to admit, not the best product. You certainly wouldn't pay for that. Or like to drive around on the car, hence why the car's just been stood for a little bit. But the reason why that is because I sanded it all down with 210 grit sandpaper, and then I just sprayed over the top of it like an idiot. So I skipped the 210, 400, gradually getting up to the finer grits of sandpaper. I completely skipped it like an idiot and ended up messing it up, so it looks horrible. Now, I'm not proud of that at all. It looks terrible. So yeah, I am rattle canning the roof of my own car, go figure, but I can't afford to spend £2,000, £3,000, £4,000 on a respray, because a respray on a car that humongous does not cost 900 quid or 4K money. And I want a respray that will last a while. I want the whole car to be taken fully to bits and all the rust to be blasted out and everything. I want it to be perfect. So of course I'm still saving for that, as and when. But hopefully I'll get that done either at the end of this year or next year, which will be absolutely great. In the process of refurbishing the wheels, you can see here is a shot of all the wheels and stuff. The front one is the front right, the driver's side is the one that I did. Turned out pretty well for the first ever wheel I've refurbished. I just need to paint those logos with that little black thing. Thanks to whoever suggested that. I can't remember his name, but on the Rover 800 Club, real big thanks for suggesting that. Genius moment, rather than me with my little touch-up pen trying to fill it in. But yeah, perfect, going really well with that car, except for that rear caliper, which of course miraculously started leaking. I definitely noticed the rear caliper. You can see it all coming down the tyre, inside wall of the tyre. It looks terrible. But other than that, I just have the interior bits to do, and a few other bits need to spruce it up a little bit. I managed to sort out a few of the outside bits of bodywork that looked horrible and take away some of the bodge repairs that someone did, previous owner or someone, I don't know, but it looked awful, so I took it all off. And then, well, there's not really much else you can say about that car. It just needs a respray. It looks terrible. Then anyway, that video is coming out, don't worry, it's not been forgotten about. It's just an absolute pain to edit correctly, and I really want to get it right. It is so hot today. It's 35 degrees. My face is probably the shiniest face you've ever seen. Anyway, so on to the Fiat Coupe. The Fiat Coupe, the red one, got hit by a Domino's delivery. I can't say. We'll bleep that out. A bleep delivery driver. Got hit by a delivery driver coming to my house, so it turned out to be the most expensive pizza ever ordered. The front of that got ruined after I'd paid for that respray of the bumper. But anyway, that got sorted out thanks to them. Big ups. Thanks to them. They did a full respray on the front of the car, which I absolutely love. Looks perfect. Car is top notch now. I'll show you some shots of the engine bay. I've replaced all the bolts and everything, so it is all uniform. Perfect. That is exactly how I'd want that car to be. That car is officially done, and soon there will be a video on all of the costings of that car, how much it cost me to do, how it's been to own it for a year after that as well. Yeah, perfect. What it's been like to live with. Really, really great car. It's come a long way in the 2 years I've had it. Now onto the green car that's currently in the garage. I found out that has a split boost hose somewhere. So I'm gonna have to source that and replace that. Video of that coming out soon. That car's just been, yeah, my own fault. I've just sort of abandoned it a bit. So like I did last time, I left it and then I ended up getting a bomb up my ass. And, well, not literally. Is it metaphorically? Yeah, whatever. Anyway, cool. So I ended up sorting that out, getting it through its MOT, and it did pretty well. It did fail the first time though. Anyway, so on to the 75, which is, well, as boring as ever. It's the most miraculously unmiraculous car I've ever owned. Nothing ever goes wrong on it, except for a warning light here and there. The thing is I get asked a lot to do more and more videos about this car, like please do a video on the 75, please do a video on the 75, but there's not much to say about the 75 other than it's absolutely insanely good. I could post a million videos about how this car is so great, and it just get boring because everybody knows it's brilliant, and everybody that thinks it's terrible. So I can convince some, but I can't convince others. There is a video, however, coming out next week of a Scotland trip, which is what I'm doing today, hence the appalling sweat, because it is 35 degrees. I am literally dying. But yeah, that's about it. Hopefully this is a good condition update of all the cars. Please subscribe and let me know more next week. Thanks a lot. I've got a phone call.